So hold on. All right. So I just want to be clear, right? Like what we're seeing here, right? This is before, and now this is after. The entire East Wing is gone. It's gone.
Mm-hmm.
Now let me ask you this.
Yeah.
If Joe Biden was doing this exact thing, would you think he's destroying the White House? Chaos Y, how you doing?
Chilling. Yeah, me and Bay going in on the side chat.
You and who?
Bay bro,
Bo bro. Oh yeah, I love Bo bro.
Yeah, we're chopping it up about Trump, the economy, and dictatorship. You gotta love that.
All right. Now, was there anything that you wanted to debate with me about, or talk with me about?
Yeah. So the West Wing getting, I guess, reconstructed. I mean, I don't really think that's too much of an issue. And I'll tell
you mean the East
Wing?
Wing? The East Wing is being.
Yeah, East Wing. The reason I'll say it's not an issue, in my opinion, is because, to be fair, this is the second White House. It's not even the first White House. This is the second White House that we are in now. The White House has been rebuilt many times.
Okay, so just for starters,
I mean, in terms of renovations, a lot of renovations.
The exterior. Hold on. So the exterior, we read through it. The exterior is the same. The interior is what was burnt out, but it was rebuilt. And then there was reframing that had to be done because it was falling apart in the 1940s. The East Wing was constructed in 1947. Nevertheless, I feel like if I had a house that old, I wouldn't want to just change everything about it. I would just add to it if I wanted to do something to it.
I mean, I don't know, because you want to
No, it would have historical significance.
No, of course. But regardless, even so, the historical significance will never fade away. It'll always be there. We will know all the history. Our history isn't erased nowadays like it was before.
Where did you get that?
In the 1800s and in the 1800s and the 1900s, it was hard to preserve history, right? It was still hard to preserve history. Nowadays, we can preserve it very well, right? We know the events that went into it, right? Him going through that and rebuilding it, I don't really, because what if the whole East Wing had a structural
Did you
issue?
see did you see it?
Yeah. He tore down the entire east.
The entire East Wing is torn down.
Yeah.
Why do you need to do that for the ballroom?
I mean, I don't know. 1902, right? Theodore Roosevelt. Major redesign, added the West Wing for offices. Right? So this dude just adds an entirely different wing. Yeah,
well, they added a wing. They didn't destroy anything.
Yeah, but it's still
they just added a wing.
Reconstructed. I just don't see it as an issue. Now, here's the thing. If this dude destroyed the entire White House and rebuilt it in the side, I don't know, in a casino vibe of Donald Trump Gold Tower, yes, that's a problem. I disagree with that, yes. But if you're taking down one wing to rebuild it to look the exact same, the only thing is inside of this wing, you may have a a ballroom or something. I still don't know why the ballroom.
I don't know if you can see it, but let me see if I can. I'll just take another closer picture of it, because I got news for you, man. This doesn't look good. Why are you doing this? What's the point of this? So here, I'll go ahead and provide the before and after, just side by side, so we could just review it for the class, I guess.
I mean, do we know if the East Wing ever had any structural damage to it? Because if it
was built in the 1940s, it's solid as hell.
I mean,
so hold on. All right, so I just want to be clear, right? What we're seeing here, right? This is before, And now this is after. The entire East Wing is gone. It's gone.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
If Joe Biden was doing this exact thing,
Yeah.
would you think he's destroying the White House?
No, I just think it's Reconstruction.
You would think that that's reconstruction. I would say he's destroying the White House.
I would say it's Reconstruction. No, listen, I
Dude,
look at that
if you want to reconstruct, right? Here's what you do, right? Here, I'll walk you to it. Here, I'll help you out with the ballroom, right? Here, I'll draw it for you. I got the plans. I got my hurricane marker ready to go. Ready? Here we go. Ready?
I'm
See what I did?
Because, time delay.
See what I did there?
Well, give me a second.
Check it out.
On the stream. But, listen, at the end of the day, I understand that it is, I mean, you see, that's respectable now that you draw it. But listen.
But I'm saying, look at, doesn't it look better?
It does. I guess.
Why do they gotta tear down the entire East Wing? They were just like, this is where the woman's office is. Let's tear it down.
Is there okay, they're reconstructing it is there a reason why? Do we even know why? Do we have somebody say why he's reconstructing it?
Ego. That's why. Ego.
I mean, but what would that even achieve? The project won't even be finished, even if he's going to get out of office and the project won't be finished.
Well, this is hoping that he abides by, the rules. If you know what I mean.
Well, yeah, sure. No. But okay, he's not gonna run again. We're gonna have a next president. Okay. The thing is, I just don't know, what I mean. A ballroom. I'm trying to think of logistically, right? Presidency. You're a president of a country. A ballroom. You have high-ranking officials, diplomats, senators from different countries pull up to the ballroom. Are people dancing?
Yeah, I don't get it either. I don't really fully understand it. I don't really, why a ballroom? Of all things, a ballroom.
Here's a better question. What was there before? What was in the East Wing before?
Let's find out.
Yeah.
We know that it was it had the first lady. By the way, I'm taking it upon myself to stop. Just don't use AI. I'm making a stand. Stop. Don't use AI. We're going back. They're literally AI is writing articles, and now AI is grabbing the AI written articles and presenting it as fact.
Oh no.
Yeah, it terrifies me. I hate it.
Well, that's bad.
All right, give me a sec. I'm trying to.
Mm-hmm.
Where's my Chrome at? Where you at, Chrome? Chrome. All right. East Wing was constructed in 1902 as an extension to the White House complex on the opposite side of the building from the West Wing. It underwent a major renovation and expansion in 1942, and it was demolished in 2025 ahead of construction of the White House. Okay, so I was wrong. It's even older than 1942. I thought it was built in 1942. But it was originally constructed in 1902. So that's a very old. Wouldn't you agree? Dude, that's 100-year-old building. You're going to rip that apart? What are you doing, dude?
Well, I'm trying to. All
right.
Okay, East Wing.
So the building served as an office space for the First Lady. First Lady? Sounds like DEI, Time to get rid of that. All right.
My God.
Including the White House Social Secretary, correspondence to more like DEI side, rip it apart. And the White House Graphics and calligraphy office, all of which are relocated until the new East Wing is completed. The East Wing was connected to the White House through the East Colonnade, a corridor that housed the White House Family Theater, and connected to the executive residence. The East Wing was built atop of the Residential Emergency Operations Center, a secure emergency underground shelter for the president. So President Thomas Jefferson added the colonnade terraces to the east and west sides of the White House, but no actual wings. Under President Andrew Jackson in 1834, running water was piped in from a spring. Wait, hold on. So the colonnade, the connecting piece, that's even older than 1902.
Apparently.
That was
Not
built
anymore.
in 1834. Well, not anymore. It's gone. That's gone now. Thanks, Trump. By the way, I just want to be clear, right? I just want to remove from the idea in our head that if Joe Biden was doing this, that any Republican would be like, they're not destroying America as we know it.
Yeah, no, they would harp on anything. If Joe Biden took a shit the wrong way, they'd harp on it.
Dude, the guy tripped on a ladder or on some stairs, and they would not stop talking about it for weeks after the fact. He's destroying a third of the White House, and they're like, this is fine. This is fine. Dude, this is literally the meme. This is the meme.
The East Wing was... Okay, hold on. The building served as an office space for the First Lady and her staff, including the White House's social secretary. So
hold on.
I'm trying to figure out what the use...
This is every... Hold on.
So the left wing... Or the left wing...
Why is it doing that? Hold on.
Anything left, I destroy.
This is it. This is unironically Republicans. This is every single Republican looking at what's happening to the White House. They're like, this is fine. It's just a construction project. This is not a big deal. We're just going to destroy a portion of a building that's over 200 years old and then act like that it's just remodeling.
I mean, yeah.
Y'all are acting like that is nothing happening.
I would say this. Keep the hallway that's from 1834.
Bare minimum. Like that's bare minimum. Bare minimum.
That's like, yeah. That's like almost 200 years. Like, dude.
All right, I'll keep reading on the East Wing portion here on Wikipedia here.
Yeah, because I'm still curious because it's like...
Okay, so there's a calligraphy office, First Lady office. The East Wing was connected to the White House, the East Colonnade. Yes, so under President Andrew Jackson in 1834, running water was piped in from a spring and pumped up into the East Terrace in metal tubes. These ran through walls and protruded into the rooms, controlled by spigots. Initially, the water was for washing items, but soon the first bathing rooms were created in the ground-level East Colonnade. President Martin Van Buren had shower baths installed here. The East Terrace was removed in 1866. For many years, a greenhouse occupied the east grounds of the White House. The first small East Wing was built in 1902 during the Theodore Roosevelt renovations as an entrance for formal and public visitors. This served mainly as an entrance for guests during large social gatherings when it was necessary to accommodate many cars and carriages. Its primary feature was the long cloakroom with spots for coats and hats for the ladies and gentlemen. The two-story East Wing was added to the White House in 1942, primarily to cover the construction of an underground bunker, now known as the Presidential Emergency Operations Center. Around the same time, Theodore Roosevelt's coat room was integrated into the new building and became the White House Family Theater. Later, offices for correspondents, calligraphers, and social secretary were placed in the East Wing. First Lady Rosalind Carter in 1977 was the first to keep her own office in the East Wing. The social office prepares all of the invitations and written correspondence for every event held at the White House. Social and touring visitors to the White House usually entered through the East Wing's visitors' office, continuing through the wood-paneled lobby where portraits of presidents and first ladies hung. They continued through the garden room and along the east colonnade, which had a view of the Jacqueline Kennedy Garden, past the theater's visitors' foyer, and then onto the residence entry that made the ground floor. According to Anita McBride, former chief of staff First Lady under Laura Bush, Betty Ford had the best quote of how special the East Wing is. If the West Wing is the mind of the nation, then the East Wing is the heart. Then the demolition. In July of 2025,
why.
The White House released renderings of a planned White House State Ballroom. Ooh. Let's take a look. This is it. Oh, it's $200 million. How is that $200 million? Where did all the money go?
They got it from not paying healthcare for a lot of people in America.
It looks good. It looks good.
I don't know about 200 million good.
Yeah, that's a little.
That's a lot.
Maybe, I would say maybe. But
I could say 10 million. This looks like a $10 million project.
Yeah.
200 million? What is going on?
I mean, it makes sense, not the money-wise, in terms of, the East Wing being the social planning wing of, parties and events, and now they wanted to add, I guess, a ballroom so that, not only are they planning, they can all just, have it there. So that's fine, but, $200 million on that is wild work. Like you said, maybe 10,
where did
15,
all the money go?
But
I don't understand why it's 200 million. Why is it so expensive? What are they putting in this
marble?
to make it worth 200 million? Dude,
Probably
I don't even
marble.
10 million would suffice. Why do you need that much?
I mean we got to look at the square feet.
It's a building. It's not a skyscraper.
I don't know.
It's just a one-story building. Assume the ceiling goes up to 3 stories. That's not a $200 million building.
3 stories of pure marble. Then you have all the designs and decorations that the White House would want. Maybe $50 to $100 million. I could see.
President Trump is a builder at heart and has an extraordinary eye for detail. Of course he does. Says the White House Chief of Staff Susie Wiles in a statement while she has brown in her nose. The president of Trump White I added that. I'm sorry. The president of the Trump's White House are fully committed to working with the appropriate organizations to preserving the special history of the White House while building a beautiful ballroom. Hold the phone.
While building a beautiful ballroom that can be enjoyed by future administrations.
How are you preserving the history?
While preserving it, we're going to tear it down.
It's just a lie, right? Am I crazy? Are you just lie? Is it just a lie?
No, that's just
that's a lie, right? They tore down the colonnade, which is that is a 200-year-old colonnade.
Yeah, they did tear down that 200-year-old colonnade.
Dude, this is getting worse the more I learn about it. It's getting worse.
In order to keep your pet, you need to kill it.
I want something fresh, new. We're building a new wing, 200 million.
I'm going to preserve my pet by murdering it and getting a new pet. What?
I'm going to preserve it. No, you're not. You're destroying it. You're preserving shit, dog.
All right.
Jesus Christ.
They're fully committed to working with the appropriate organizations. Okay. And that they are, to preserving the special history of the White House while building a beautiful ballroom that can be enjoyed by future administrations and generations to Americans to come. God, I have never heard more BS in my life. I don't think it's physically possible.
Preserving the special history of the White House
by getting rid of a third of the building.
Yeah, while raising a third of the building.
The largest event space of the White House is now the East Room, which seats 200 for dinner. So for decades, when the White House needed more capacity for a state dinner or other large event, it would take it outdoors, usually putting up large fancy tents, complete with flooring and chandeliers. Fabulous. What's wrong with that? That's a great idea. Do you know what's great about it? The part where you don't destroy a third of the fucking building.
Should have kept the Connolade, destroyed everything else. I'm now on the fucking
or just add it onto it. Add onto it. If that's how much you care about it, add on it. Don't make it worse.
Because that's like 200, almost 200
Dude,
years
I thought that they were just tearing apart like a small piece of it. I didn't know that they were killing a third of it.
See, I didn't know that the Connolade was 200, almost 200
That's
years
another
old.
thing. They're all like, "Oh, it's been renovated like a million times." Why are you Democrats so mad? Dude, imagine if Joe Biden even touched that Connolade, bro. They'd be losing their mind. Imagine if he like knocked over a 200-year-old pillar. That would be on Fox News for a fucking week.
Oh yeah. And if you try to like do what Trump is doing with a renovation of 200 mil, bro, they would be on that shit for months.
The White House State Ballroom will be a much-needed and exquisite addition of approximately 90,000 total square feet of innately designed and carefully crafted space, according to a statement read by the press secretary Carolyn Leavitt, of course. Love Carolyn Leavitt, as she has brown on her nose. She said that the cost would be footed by Trump himself, as well as other patriot donors, as well as the American taxpayer, but they're not telling you about that. Leavitt said construction would finish long before the end of Trump's term. It will be located where the east wing of the White House currently sits. Stop. Not currently.
No.
Stop saying currently. It's not there anymore. They destroyed it. It's already done. I mean, they're already destroying it. You may as well just freaking finish the damn thing. It's not like my complaints are going to go anywhere. I just don't like pretending like they're just renovating. Oh, we just destroyed like a 200-year-old building. That's fine. It's been renovated like a million times. Why do Republicans sound like Mickey Mouse?
Yeah, you do sound like Mickey. I was about to say. Oh my god.
Rowdy Crowdy 2242 says, "Keep crying." Hey, Rowdy. I just want to be clear, right? Imagine in an alternate universe where Joe Biden, he's still president, and Joe Biden knocks over a pillar, a 200-year-old pillar, causing damage to the side of the White House. Would you be like, wow, that's terrible? Would you say that that's terrible? Or like, oh, that's fine? I have a feeling you'd probably say that's an awful thing. In fact, that would be on Fox News for a week, bro.
Rowdy, I got you. How about this? Same thing that Trump's doing, flip it to Biden. Biden tears down 200-year-old room, tears down everything on the left, tries to make a ballroom. Do you not think that Fox News is going to go crazy for that? You damn well know they are. So it's always left versus right at all times for this. Like, even you could try to reconstruct. Again, bro, it was almost a 200-year-old hallway. That shit fucks with me. Like, I can't get over that.
This marks the culmination of a long quest to solve the problem of state dinners being held in tents he considered unsightly and overpriced. Hold on.
That's fine. I understand.
Hold the fucking phone.
Hold on.
So your response, Donald Trump's response, because it is unsightly and overpriced to have tents and dinners outside, that is overpriced. So his solution to the overpriced thing is to then have a $200 million ballroom. And by the way, destroying 200-year-old legacy. in the process.
It's okay. Okay, the 200-year-old legacy, he should have kept that. The ballroom itself is good because in the long term, you're saving more money than you're spending because
listen,
every single event.
Go ahead and make your dumb ballroom.
ton.
I'm just saying, don't tear down the White House. Why are you tearing it down?
The East Wing, where all the people were, not too much of an issue. The problem is the area that has 200 years worth of history in it. Why did you tear that down?
Oh. All right. Back in 2010, he called David Axelrod, an advisor to then President Barack Obama, to offer his services building a ballroom. You know, you have these state dinners and you have them in these little tents, Axelrod recalled Trump telling him. And he said, you know, I build ballrooms. Dude, this sounds exactly what how Trump talks. God, he just sounds like a moron. You know, I build ballrooms. I build the greatest ballrooms, and you can come down to Florida to see them.
We're going to build the best ones.
We build only the best ballrooms.
Only the best.
Only the best.
Oh
Why does
God.
he do that thing with his mouth? Where he's like,
I don't know. And he does the thing with his hands, too. Like, only the best.
only the best. Only the best ballrooms. I gotta have I have to have just no lips.
We're going to look back at this time in history and be like, what the fuck were we doing?
Axelrod handed the pitch off to someone else who did not follow up. It's something he says he regrets, though, not because he thought a ballroom was a good idea. Tent never bothered me, Axelrod said, but Trump never forgot the slight. Earlier this year, speaking to a group of female athletes in the East Room, Trump bemoaned the lack of a larger space. This is going to be a reception room. It was going to build a big, beautiful ballroom and have it like I have it at Mar-a-Lago. Trump said it was going to cost about $100 billion. I offered to do it and I never heard back. This past weekend, as Trump was preparing to hash out the final details of a trade deal with the European Council of President Ursula von der Leyen at his Turnberry golf course in Scotland, he took a detour to boast about the cavernous room where they were sitting.
Yo, I was about to say, if Trump was the one that owned the golf course in Scotland, I was going to be like, dog.
You know, we just built this ballroom and we're building a great ballroom at the White House. Trump told her he was uniquely qualified to bring a ballroom to 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. No president knew how to build a ballroom, Trump told von der Leyen. I could take this one, drop it right down there, and it would be beautiful. It turns out Trump was already well on his way to executing on a different ballroom at the People's House. The White House says in recent weeks, Trump had held several meetings at the White House staff, National Park Service, the White House Military Office, and the U.S. Secret Service to discuss and design other planning details. On Thursday afternoon, he told reporters the ballroom is a great legacy project. This was just the latest example of Trump's efforts to put an enduring stamp on the White House. Trump has already made the overall office much more golden, adding new medallions to light fixtures in the cabinet room, leaving paved stones over the grass where it used to be the Rose Garden, and erected giant new flagpoles on the north and south lawns. The Rose Garden project is on pace, where it may be completed in early August. The Trust for the National Mall is raising private donations to cover the cost of the project. This is wild. This is idiotic. Yeah. Number one. Number two, it just makes no sense. Why not add to it as opposed to like destroy a third of the White House?
Yeah, or even so, take out a section of like the East Wing and then start building on top of it. Like,
yeah,
what is the ballroom going to be that fucking big that you need the entire East Wing?
Also, $200 million. And if you think that Donald Trump is the one paying for that, you're a moron. Just like Carolyn Levitt.
Yeah, he's not paying for that. No. He said his wealthy donors equals taxpayers and his wealth and pretty much all the billionaires.
Taxpayers, yeah. By the way, did you know he's suing himself?
What? Why?
He's suing the Department of Justice for $250 million.
So wait a minute. So the ballroom that cost $200 million.
He's the federal government. He's the defendant and the plaintiff.
He's like, we're gonna get this money one way or another.
He's just stealing money.
People are stealing money.
He's just stealing money. All right. Well, it's good. It was good talking to you. I know it says that there's 2 minutes left on the timer, but that's only because I started it 2 minutes late. But it was good talking to you.
Heck yeah, this one was great. Have a great night, brother.
Have a great day. Bye. Did you hear that, by the way, Daniel? We're taking calls. Owes him a, quote, lot of money over federal probes. Here's how he could be paid. President Donald Trump has suggested he's entitled to compensation from the federal government over investigations he faced that he claims were politically motivated. Now, the Justice Department that Trump has exerted control over could approve a hefty payout in taxpayer dollars. Okay, hold on. Hold the phone.
So are you telling me that he wants to build a new ballroom that costs around $200 million, and it happens at the same time he's suing the government that he's
for $250 million?
For $250 million? No way. Dude, he's so lucky, man. Like, it's crazy.
What a douchebag.
How is he so lucky?
What a douchebag.
Yeah,
how are people like this?
Dude, the right wingers are going to look at that and say, yeah, well, obviously he should do that. He's like, of course, yes.
The defendant.
I don't see a problem in that.
The defendant, Donald Trump. The prosecution is going to be the Department of Justice, who their boss is Donald Trump.
And not only that, remember like the DOJ, like
I believe I deserve.
It's his former lawyer.
I believe I deserve $250 million. $250 million. Defendant, what do you have to say? I think we should pay him $250.
Well, I mean, you know, if the Supreme Court says that he can do it, he obviously can do it, right?
Oh my God! All right, hold on. Let me get some more water. Jesus, that's psychotic.
I'm pretty sure the Supreme Court will actually work for the benefit of the people, not of Donald Trump.
Oh, I'm sure. You know, they're known for that. You know,
yeah,
they're benefiting the people. We are taking calls. The phone number is 202-998-5218. You want to call in. So
I mean, they are working for the people, right? People like Donald Trump, you know.
The Republican president's comments in the Oval Office on Tuesday have put a spotlight on a law through which people can seek damages if they believe they were wronged by the federal government. But the potential that the president might take taxpayer money from the same government he leads has raised numerous ethical questions. You think?
No, it's all this fucking Democrats.
Especially since Trump has made cutting federal spending a top administration priority. The U.S. has hit $38 trillion in debt after the fastest accumulation of $1 trillion outside of the pandemic. Adding to the conflict of interest concerns is the fact that top Justice Department officials who would presumably have to sign off on such a settlement previously served as a defense lawyer for the president or his close allies. So let's look at Trump's claims and the process that could play out. How the claims process works. Before claiming the White House, Trump filed 2 claims with the Justice Department seeking $230 million in damages related to the FBI's 2022 search of his Mar-a-Lago property for classified documents and for a separate investigation into potential ties between Russia and his 2016 presidential campaign. The New York Times reported Tuesday. Let's see. Rowdy Proudy says, no one. Amender is extra loony today. Dude, are you reading how psychotic this is? Again, imagine if Joe Biden were doing the exact same thing. How would you react to this?
It's you that's loony, man.
I'm the loony
Trump
one.
Trying to dismantle democracy and steal money from the people.
It's insane.
That's loony.
He filed claims in 2023 and 2024 under a law that permits individuals to sue federal agencies like the Justice Department if they believe they've been harmed by employees of those agencies acting within the scope of their duties. Under the Federal Tort Claims Act, individuals must first file an administrative claim with the government agency. The agency has 6 months to either settle the claim or deny it outright. If the agency denies the claim and doesn't act on it within that time frame, the person can then file a federal lawsuit. Trump has not filed a lawsuit on either claim, even though 6 months have passed. The usual source of payments for claims against the government is from what's known as the Judgment Fund. Treasury Department records show payments from the Judgment Fund over the last year on behalf of a slew of federal agencies related to discrimination claims, violations of the Privacy Act, and other matters. In one recent high-profile case, the Justice Department in 2024 agreed to pay more than $138 million to settle 139 administrative claims brought on by the people who accused the FBI of grossly mishandling allegations of sexual assault against Larry Nassar in 2015 and 2016. AWOL says he's calling. Why Trump says the government owes him money. Jesus. Trump has long claimed that he was the victim of weaponized Justice Department that targeted him for political purposes. The Biden administration's Justice Department abandoned both criminal cases that was brought against Trump after his White House victory last November because of the department policy against prosecuting a sitting president. The president signaled his interest in compensation during the White House appearance last week with Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche, FBI Director Kash Patel, and Attorney General Pam Bondi telling reporters, "I'm suing myself," even though his claims to date have not been filed as lawsuits. He said that he believes the government owes him a lot of money, but suggested that he could donate any taxpayer money or use it to help pay for a ballroom. Daniel!
What did I tell you? What did I tell you? What did I tell you? It is crazy. It is crazy. It is crazy. Dude, I mean, this.
How much is the ballroom? $200 million.
Yeah.
How much am I getting in this lawsuit settlement? $250 million.
A ballroom and some change.
I'm gonna donate most of it. What a douchebag. Oh my God.
He promises